So let's go to the jungle.
Yeah, we start with the jungle. These are mainly the first few levels is basically to learn the player how the basic functions of the game. We can start with a very easy, very first level here. The game is story driven. We use comic style cutscenes to tell the story. It's all about Ernest Hamilton, who's an adventurer. He's telling his granddaughter a story of his travels from his past. I skipped this one to get into the game. This is the very first level. It's very, very easy. It's mainly to describe what you expected to do. This is Hamilton that I'm running with right now. You can switch to the bird, Sasha, fly around. Sasha can collect this kind of dust, which gives Hamilton later on special powers. I switch back to Hamilton. To get out of the level you need a golden key. This is the one. And then you basically just want to go to the exits. You can complete each level in 3 type of versions. You can get bronze if you take one of the coins. And if I run out now without taking the other coins, I get the bronze achievement basically. And this is the silver and this is the gold. Of course, in the later levels there's much more coins in the level, so you need to pick all of them to get the gold basically. And you get the silver if you pick the most of them, and bronze if you just maybe run the fastest way through the level. So that's forward a bit here. Can go. Normally we can't do this because you need to play all the levels, but I've unlocked them just to show some more things in the game.
This is the first of 4
campaigns.
worlds.
Yeah, this is the first campaign. It's basically in the jungle in South America. I skipped discussing. As you see, it's always getting the gold key and get to the exits. Try to get as many coins as possible. If you do a clean run, you take all of them and you get the best. There's a lot of achievements for like completing the game and try to get as much levels with gold completion as possible.
Some kind of water.
Yeah, this is what we call a conveyor belt. Basically, what's happening? You can't run versus. You need to. You will like go with it. So you need to get off. This is the first time we introduced this one. Run up here. This is one of the basic concepts of Hamilton. This is the collapsing tiles. When I move from it, it collapses. So I take this one. To get this, get out, there's an obstacle. I need to switch to Sasha the bird and go up and pull the lever. Now, as you can see, Hamilton can pass and get the final coins. The tile this tile is basically you can walk them twice. That's why it has a brown bottom of it. So one of them collapses. So if I go back now, it will collapse totally. Now I switch back. There's another lever I need to pull. I switch back to Hamilton. If I'm skilled, I can switch back to this one and back to Hamilton and get this bonus diamond. Otherwise you miss it and I go down and I can't get it. So here I need to run through it. Getting the gold key, which is essential to complete the level, of course. And there you go. The level is complete. The game is playable in either as a single-player game. Then I switch with one of the buttons back and forth between the Sasha and Hamilton. You can also play it in local co-op. Then one of the players is basically playing Sasha. We are adding a lot of more elements. I can jump to one of the extra levels to see a bit more of what kind of style. There's a boss level, but I won't show it now because it's probably more fun to get it to play it yourself.
We don't want to spoil it.
I want to spoil the party. This is one level that is quite hard. It's hard to play the game and talk at the same time. That's why I'm a bit here. We introduce in this level. It's not introduced in this level, but there's this flying enemy is hunting Sasha. Basically, it's an evil flying fish. To get rid of him, I need to taunt him, and then he gets inflated and goes away. And then I toggle back and continue my quest. Here we can see. I need to think here, so I'm with. Yeah. Now he's coming again, so I need to go away, switch to Sasha, and inflate him. And there's another one, Jesus. So I think I will probably fail this level now because it's too much to do. There are coming enemies later on in the game. We call them the fish people. They're agents. When you move one step, they move one step. So it's basically we add more elements to make the game more complicated all the time, just to make the player face new things. It's a combined adventure game with puzzle, but also some kind of platforming action. So you need to time your actions and events to complete the game. Yeah, I think that's the basics of the game. Without showing more.
All right. So, and like level design is like the most important thing with a game like this. How much work does it go into, an iteration does it go into making one of these levels?
I think it varies a lot, but obviously the way we have been working is that when we found a good idea, we have built the level, and sometimes it's been too big or it's been too complicated, and then we put it as an extra level because if it's good, of course. But mainly we're going back and forth and we play the levels. We have focus testers that try the levels, and we see sometimes thinking get a bit too hard. We want people to be able to complete the game, so it couldn't be too hard. But some of to be honest, from the second and third and the fourth campaign, there's some levels that's really hard, even to complete in the bronze stage. But I think it's nice to have a game that is quite difficult. We have seen a lot of games that's really hard, like Super Meat Boy, and I really enjoy them. And I think it's fun to play games that really poses a challenge. So we have done it with Wahlund as well. And there are, like, one of the ability that Hamilton gets from Sasha when she collects dust is to help you to find the correct way. So you can always take it very, very slowly and collect dust and ask for the help with, like, to find the correct way. Of course, the later levels have a lot of timing elements and might be issues to complete them without being very aware of what was happening. But the thing is that we want to create an experience where you're standing at the platform, you're looking at the problem, you probably need some timing to solve the problem, and then you find some kind of safe point, and then you look, which is my next problem I need to solve, and you solve it, and then you play it, and then you stop again. And if you get skill, of course, you do it in one sweep and try to get on the leaderboards to beat your friends, basically.
And it's going to be a downloadable title. And could you tell us a little bit about the platforms you're aiming for and what kind of price it will have, perhaps?
I think we haven't decided the price, but everything, I would say it will be $10 game. So it's confirmed for PlayStation, obviously, at Steam and a few other platforms like Gamersgate as well. And it's also confirmed for the PlayStation Network. So we'll see I think there will be other platforms as well, but nothing that I can comment on right now.
And sometime this spring?
Yeah, sometime this spring. Q2, April is the target, so we'll see. It depends a bit on platforms and the scope. As it's our own title that we self-publish, we can actually, if we feel that we need to put in some more polish, we can actually do that. So the key thing here is to make the game that we feel is really good and fun to play. So I'm prepared to adjust the timeline a little bit, but April is probably, April is the target date.
And if it's a success, would you keep it open to maybe have a downloadable fifth map or fifth world?
Yeah, of course, we're already thinking about having a lot of maps because we have a good pipeline with the Bitsquid engine that we can build the levels really, really fast. So, everybody in the team, we're allowing not only the level design, but we want to allow programs and stuff like that, artists to do levels as well. And if they're good enough, we put them in and we make a DLC pack, maybe a free one and maybe a paid one as well. So, yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For the time.